Shows we're live.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Tina. Hello, Kevin,
yet.
Kimberly. I've been busy.
Not working yet.
Nancy.
Oh, here we
Hi,
go.
Neil.
Okay, it's live now.
Wait, we're live.
Yeah. Yep, it is working now. Hey, everyone. How are y'all? Let's see. We've got
Hi, Tina.
Nancy's here.
Tina.
Old Pecan Homestead will be back a little bit later. Tina's here. Neil. Butler Family Farm. Ed Kirkpatrick. How are you, buddy? Dean.
Circle and Stables. Wait, is that about horses?
I don't. Probably so.
I love horses.
Yep, Abby loves some horses.
That's the truth.
Tina said, hello, girls.
Mary said hi.
Yep,
Everyone.
Mary said hi, everyone.
I'm waiting for Momo because she's
Debbie.
waiting.
Debbie says, hey there from Kansas City.
Oh, wait, have I been there?
Oh, Circles and Stables is Dean's daughter, which is Random Things I Do. He said, hello, thumbs up. Outdoor with Vance. There's Nick, Chestnut Hills Farmstead. Nick, is Zoe with you? Ambience.
You're singing with me. You're singing. You're doing with me.
Let's see.
Gosh.
Oh, yep, she's right there. Okay. You ready?
No.
Huh?
You sing it too.
No. Hit it, girls.
No.
That's what y'all said to say.
Happy birthday to you.
Not baby doll.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zoe. Happy birthday to you.
They had both planned on singing. They told me they was like, when y'all show up to say hit it, girls, and they were both going to start singing, but then right there at the last minute, Izzy was like, nope, not happening. Let's see. Carolyn says hello to everybody from Mississippi. Oh, she said that was sweet.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Circles of Stable says come to her page and see the horses.
Hi.
Oh, baby and bunnies.
What?
Me. Yeah. And the bunnies. So she's got bunnies too, just like you.
We have bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
Little babies.
It was always said thanks.
That's
Yeah.
One of our lion heads had babies, and I went to go look at the lion heads. I'm like, there's babies, and I'm like, are they alive? And yeah, they're alive.
Yep. One of our lion heads had 5 little babies.
Ah.
Looks like she just had them too, because they're fresh. So we had to.
I think I looked yesterday, and I didn't see any.
No, they weren't there yesterday. So I fed
Earlier.
everything yesterday, and they weren't there. Oh, they're getting ready for a bunny show.
I don't want to show Lexi.
What kind of bunnies do y'all have? So we've got lion heads and New Zealand's.
We got a lot of baby bunnies.
Yep.
And a bunch of cats. Like Richie. He's my favorite.
And Mary said, how is Tim doing?
Really good.
Yep, he's doing pretty good. We'll have more out about him in another video.
Mm-hmm.
Probably our next video. We'll have that, but we've got a little bit of news on him, but he's doing good so far.
Yep. Follows anybody around any chance he gets.
Yeah,
he will eat your finger.
Yeah, he's always trying to nurse on someone's finger. But yeah, anytime we go out there, I mean, he comes running. He's just happy to see people and is very people friendly. They have New Zealand and a Rex and a Highland Lop.
Oh.
No, I do horse camps.
Oh, riding lessons.
Eddie Family Farm.
Oh, there's Brandon.
Brandon.
Unless Stephanie signed in under the wrong account. Melba says, hi, everyone. How are you doing?
There's a horse for.
There's a what?
Where does she live? I want to do.
I'm not sure. What, too far to drive for horse lessons.
Oh.
Yeah, Abby absolutely. Well, they both do. Absolutely loves horses.
Mhm.
Abby likes smaller horses. Izzy likes big horses. But
I've rode on the fair where there's like a wheel and they're all hooked up on. That's the only time.
oh, yeah, the pumpkin patch where they have the little. Oh, you know what it's called? What where they have the horses that go in a circle?
Yeah.
I like riding a little bit.
Little
'cause
pony rides.
She's the crazy one. I love her.
So she's got
so
mini and a big one.
Oh, you've got mini ponies.
Yeah. I have waffles and then little bits both of ours. Waffle to
Mhm.
mine though.
Mary said, did you see Brandon's goat sleeping with the puppies? Did you watch that one?
How did you miss that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
He had a short of it too. Ed asked if we're coming to the Okie Homestead Expo.
Yeah.
Yes, we will be there. We've been there every year so far, and
Mhm.
like I said, if there's any way not to miss it, we don't plan on ever missing it. But
Yeah.
something bad would have to come up to miss it.
Mhm.
Marie says hello.
Hey, Marie.
Hi, Marie.
You can tell her how Precious is doing. You gonna talk?
You can talk. Being shy tonight.
She was texting good.
Yeah, Precious is doing good too.
Mm-hmm.
Which Precious used to be Zeus, and he came from Marie's farm. So
He's probably one of the most precious donkeys that we've got out there. So.
yeah, he'll follow
One
you
of
around everywhere, and he's just sweet as can be.
Mm-hmm.
I've rode him before.
53 days left until it's here.
Nice.
I'm glad y'all are keeping a better count down. I'll start counting when it gets closer, but I'm just like, yeah, it's a couple months away. Not quite, a little less now, but we're ready for that. And so far, I mean, it's been bigger and better every year. So we think I'm actually sporting my Okie homesteading Expo shirt from last year. So I'm ready to add another one to the collection. Brandon's ready for the vacation.
What?
It's not going to be a vacation. We got to work, buddy. You get your steps in up there. Let's see.
Dean said, have a family reunion here on your channel.
What's that mean?
Because his daughter's here too.
Yep.
How
Silly.
old is
Mhm. Go ask.
Okay, let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm having to go back up.
Me and Izzy like playing with Legos.
Tina asked how many animals we have on our
A
farm.
million.
I don't have an exact count because we've not actually totaled them up. I've gone through it a few times just by the animals, not by how many total, but we've got 8 baby pigs, which some of those should be leaving soon.
Mm-hmm.
We have Betty and Hulk, which are the mom and dad to those baby pigs.
Like the movie, because
Oh yeah. Bruce Banner and Betty were married, so that's why it's Hulk and Betty.
yeah.
And then let's see, we've got 5 miniature donkeys. We have 3 miniature horses.
Waffles.
Yep.
Waffles. Something. Waffles, Penelope, and the unknown one.
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
Don't need the
Pancake.
pancakes.
We have 1 male llama,
Sheepy's best friend.
and then we have
My sheep.
what? 4, 5, 6 baby doll sheep.
One of them is mine. And we had her for a very
Yeah,
long time.
Sheepy was the first one we got, and then Rascal. And then at the last auction, we added 4 more little ewe lambs to add to the flock. We have 7 emus, goats. Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9?
9 now.
9 goats now. Let's see. Chickens, I don't even have a clue. A bunch.
Yeah.
We've got 1 guinea, some turkeys,
Very noisy.
3 peacocks, bunny rabbit.
I lost count.
9 plus the babies. Is that right?
No, we have
Yeah,
more.
9 rabbits plus the babies that we have.
I think we have more than 9.
And then, did you count llama?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
he did. Me
I
and
was
Izzy,
thinking so.
me and Izzy love playing with Legos. We have a whole village over there that we built.
Hello, Verona.
Hi, Verona.
Oh, hey, Stephanie. She said we have 2 monkeys too.
That's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
Monkey 1, monkey 2.
Ah.
Okay.
That's funny.
Hi, Lynn.
What?
Hi, Candy.
Candy,
Hi, Jody.
Jody.
I don't. Okay. Animals that
I think that's all. I think you got everything.
I think I got everything. If not, we think of it. Oh, 2 puppies.
Yeah.
And a bunch of
Oh, we have
Oh, cats.
we
Yeah.
have a few cats too.
Richard, Danger,
Yeah.
goats. Oh, good.
We already said goats. The cats are outside cats. They're like mice cats. They roam around, catch everything outside and in the sheds and stuff, so we don't have to deal with mice
How many
problems.
cats do we have?
You have
7.
Yeah, 7 total.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, Diamond, Richard.
And Cassie. Diamond, Richard.
Yeah, their names. I don't.
Kittens.
Yeah, but I don't know what their names are.
There's 4
Kittens?
kittens too, but
No,
most of all our
Puffy,
cats are male.
Alice. Puffy, Alice, Fred, and Dorothy.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're
Alice
pretty
is
much a
mine.
cat sanctuary.
Yeah.
If there's a cat that needs a home, it's welcome here.
What
Yeah.
about Kiara? And all
That's how a
hers?
lot of
She
ours
doesn't
have
stay.
come to be.
Yeah, because one of them I got, the Richard was an abandoned cat that was left at a wrecker yard that
That was
needed a home.
mine.
So I got him.
He's mine.
Yeah, he's sweet as can be.
Yeah.
Diamond was
very
the
sweet.
original. We've had her for the
Yes.
longest.
Mhm.
She was also, she showed up at the neighbor's house and they didn't want cats, so they was like, "Hey, will you take her?" We're like, "Sure."
She'd been dumped out of a moving vehicle or something, is what it appeared at the time. But
But Richard, he has the cutest little big head.
yeah,
Cutest little big head.
he's kind of got like a block shaped head, and he's one that we rescued also. So
And
Yeah, he's the one that came from the wrecker yard.
he's so cute. And he has a cutest little meow.
Let's see. I'm getting caught back up.
He meows every time he sees a person. He
Trying.
will meow.
Oh goodness, that just jumped a bunch more. I thought I was about caught up and then it just jumped some more.
yeah, I know.
Feel like Brandon, 10 minutes behind.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot more to deal with than me.
We only have 25 people on.
Yep.
No, that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marie, we're ready for the homestead too, because it is always a lot of fun. And if you've never been, y'all should go.
Yes.
You'll enjoy it. And the fact that I think the tickets are like $41 or something like that, but it's for 2 days. And the fact that only the adults have to buy those and the kids get in free. I mean, where can a family of 4 or however many go for 2 days for $80? There's not much you can do because there's a kids area. There's lots of demonstrations and stuff. You know where y'all played the games last year? Yeah, they had the thing with the corn, the trough with the corn that y'all played in. The beanbag games.
I don't remember any of that.
The petting zoo.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, all that was the kids area. We've got a lot of vendors who have different things, which is
Maybe Cletty.
great. And a lot of those vendors and stuff will have little demonstrations and things too. So,
I have a book buddy.
yep, you have a book buddy. He'll be there.
Hey, can I buy books?
Maybe someday, Neil, you'll be able to make that trip. But yeah, it is a little far for you. Let's see. Marie's feeling better, but still under the weather. Hopefully, you get feeling better soon. Circles and Stables wants a donkey.
I would trade a donkey for a horse.
A donkey for a horse. You're not trading donkey.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
The donkeys stay.
Well, what if it's
Izzy's feeling very sleepy tonight, so.
What if it's a miniature, adorable, cute horse?
Yeah, they had to get up early today because Kimberly had to work and I had to run to town and do some stuff. So
Yeah.
And we got to go grandma's house.
Yep, get to go to Momo's. Let's see. Hello from Sydney, Australia. Hey, Jody.
Oh, right here we go.
Candy said hello from Alabama.
Australia.
Lynn says, hey, everybody.
People live in like
All over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dean asked, is the tractor still running? Yes, it is. Like I said, I wasn't sure the fact that since it was split and died on me, it ran out of diesel. I wasn't sure if it was going to take a lot of priming or anything, but actually just had to hit the key a couple times and it fired right up, and I've not had any trouble since. But now I'm having a few troubles with the 3-point hitch on the back. I don't know if it's a valve or something, but it won't stay up. And so I try to figure out what's going on with that or get somebody to do that because I don't really know much about that part.
I will stay for an hour or 25 minutes. I don't know.
Marie says she doesn't know how many animals she has, but she knows if someone's missing. That's the way we are.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I can go through and tell. I just don't have I need to just count it up one day whenever I'm counting them and keep a count and figure out, and then I'll have an exact number, except for the chickens because they're just all over the place and they won't sit still long enough to count. Plus, we have some that are meat birds that we'll be processing, and then we've got some American breasts, which we've got 22 of those. I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
We have what is it called?
I just joined y'all's page. Tell me a bit of what y'all do.
Well, we, of course, take care of all of our animals. We love to garden. We try to grow a big garden. We like to put up food that we know where our food comes from and all that. We do. We homeschool the girls.
Which that's new this year.
Yeah, it's brand new for us, but it's going great. I meant to this week and I didn't get to, but I want to try to share a little bit more of like my baking and cooking and that kind of thing too that I'm doing because that's one thing I enjoy. But
because she does a lot of baking, and a newer thing for the last couple of years she had to do is gluten-free baking, and that's a whole different ball game.
You can't just pick up a recipe.
Sometimes the stuff comes out good, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
but it all depends on the flour and stuff used, plus the recipes. But
yeah,
some stuff I like okay that's gluten-free, some stuff not. But I guess it's starting to grow on us. Let's see.
It's been 20 minutes.
Let's see.
We like
Oh.
it.
She said she loves the girls already because they like horses. What is your favorite animal on the farm? Marie asked.
Richard.
Richard the cat. Your favorite.
Well, I don't know because I love all of them.
He's so sweet. He actually he lets her carry him around everywhere.
Yeah, he's a big old cat. They drag all the cats. They just drag them around like little babies or stuffed animals. And
We have a lot of stuffies.
What else is your favorite?
Tim.
Oh yeah, now
Tiny
Tim.
Tim.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim.
Yep, Tiny Tim.
And I like little baby animals like New Way because they're so cute.
Yeah, if it's a baby animal, she's gonna love it.
Yeah.
Always. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a baby, she likes
I
it.
don't care if it's a crocodile.
We're not gonna have a baby crocodile.
Yeah.
Brandon asked the same thing about the favorite animals.
What's your favorite animal?
You know, he said I almost got just as excited when I read that about the monkey comment
That's
too.
Yeah, no, 2 monkeys is enough.
Yeah. Yes.
We need a mini more.
Let's see. Are we gonna get a puppy from Brandon and Steph?
Oh, please.
I think they're all taken.
But we could buy.
They might be by the time we see.
Or we could go to her house and buy the black and white puppy.
Oh, Stephanie said she's tried, but no. I feel like I'm way behind.
We could go to Momo's house. and
Yeah, a little
see.
bit. Almost 10 minutes.
Really? Let me.
Neil said, when are you getting the T-Rex?
I like T-Rex. What do you mean? What?
T-Rex.
What?
Because we got all the other animals. He's
No,
being silly.
I don't want one.
A little too serious about that.
No, I don't want one.
Let's. Trying to find where I am on there. Okay.
There's
This will be-
32 people.
Yeah, got a bunch tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, make them out.
Let's see. Okay, I found out where the. Okay, it'll be easier to keep it because we've got the computer pushed back to get
Mm-hmm.
all
Oh,
of us in here a little easier, especially when it's all 4 of us, and so
Yeah.
it's a little harder to see on there. So I'm going to try to use my phone and try to keep up a little better. Let's see.
Let's.
Yeah, Lynn was talking about the cat being thrown from the moving car. Yeah, whenever they brought up her, she was skin up pretty bad. Like I said, we nursed her back to health, and she's been very diamond. Whenever we first got her from the neighbors.
Mhm.
Yeah, the reason that they didn't want to keep her is they had a bunch of dogs, and they were afraid that the dogs would end up hurting her. So they asked us if we wanted, and
Mhm.
we were like, yeah, because at the time we didn't have any dogs, but now they've got the 2 puppies.
yeah.
Well, I guess I call them puppies. They're not really puppies anymore.
Well, they're still adorable.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
miniature schnauzers.
Are they going to be stay as small as Bella? Or...
Probably.
No, they're bigger than Bella.
Well, then why did you ask if they're going to stay as small as Bella? Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, Neil said that Brandon managed to get 20 minutes behind at one point. I said I'm trying to get caught back up and make it easier.
We have new comments.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mimi said hi. She said, hi, guys. Hello, Abby.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to skim through these real quick to get caught back up so we're not
Hi.
talking behind y'all.
Hi, Neil.
But if y'all said anything that we missed, just say it again whenever I get caught up. And
That sounds nice. Look, hey, Abby, in a few months you will be talking to 300 to 400 people.
you'll be extra famous.
Yay! Wait, I like it. Yay!
Old Pecan Homestead. Is someone in your family gluten free? Or you just getting away from it? Kimberly actually developed an allergy to gluten. Like I said, it's been the last couple of years.
Mhm.
Some of her family also has trouble with it, but she has trouble with gluten and milk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We switched over to trying raw milk from a local farm close by, and it's A2 milk, and so far we think that it's doing
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
we're going to give it another go to see, but we're just gradually easing into it just to make sure, because I have a little bit of trouble with milk, not as much as she does, and then Izzy
I don't.
That's
has
a
trouble,
lot.
and then Abby, she can drink all the milk she wants.
Yeah.
I don't like milk. Sometimes. That's
Dean
the
said, "Just don't give thumbs up, sugar cookie. You're wild enough as it is."
no, I'm a sugar cookie. I guess sugar.
Marie wants to know what some of our homesteading goals this year are. A big one is fencing.
Yes.
Fencing, and eventually, I don't know if it'll be this year, but eventually I would like a bigger barn. But that may be like a next year thing.
Like,
I don't know. Because Kimberly's priority is a deck on the house and flower beds.
Yes.
Because I should have already done it, but things just didn't work
It's
out. And so
been
this
a lot.
year, we're going to try to make it happen.
Yes.
You know what I really want? I want a pool.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll happen this year or not, but we'll see.
This
We'll see.
year.
Trying to see if I've missed anybody else.
Yeah, you can help skim
Oh,
it too. That way we can.
Joan said hello from Tennessee. Hi,
Cool,
Abby.
Hi.
See, because that's going to be your job. Stephanie always keeps Brandon on track, so it'll be your job to keep me on track. Like I
Mommy.
said, maybe between the two of us, we'll get caught up.
And me, I look at big. When those goals never stop, they just keep growing.
Dean asked if you want a turkey. Say not his turkey.
No. No, you asked me on that on the last 11. I said no.
He said, put your thumb up in front of the camera.
What?
Just do it. I guess we don't have the latest. If you have the latest iOS on this, then it's supposed to pop up a little bubble thing.
Oh.
I've seen it on some people, but it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work on ours. I'll have to update the computer. 'Cause it's a Mac. So
2 thumbs up. Neil, I don't think she's so quiet anymore. So.
She loves my headband. Well, whoever that is.
Hi Betty.
You had the same name as the.
Oh, Neil had said baby T-Rex.
then old pecan asked celiac. She got tested and they said no, but it doesn't. I mean, it can just be like cross contamination. She has issue using the same fryer, and we've been some places that, like, if they just make their own bread in house, just the flour floating around getting on stuff. So we have to be super careful.
I'll be sick for over a week, and
whenever we go out.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Someone else logged in. Yeah.
Hello from Indiana.
Indy. I thought you said
And
Indy.
hello, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
No, Dean, I think you need to send your turkey to Brandon. He seems to make good videos with turkeys.
Yeah. Very good. Like Jerry.
Marie's talking about fencing's always a great goal, and let's see if I can just get this. So I'm gonna try something. Let's see if this will.
You post a comment too. You can post a comment.
There we go. Now it's bigger and you can read it easier if I just click on this way. So anything special you want to grow this year? One big thing we're gonna try to do this year is herbs. We want to get into a bunch of herbs. Some of the medicinal ones or cooking ones, things like that. We just want to try some different things and just see how that goes. Hopefully with the flower beds and stuff, we might be able to build like an herb bed somewhere, not like where the flower bed is, unless it's flowering herbs or something maybe. But
hello, Pat.
we want to do something like that. And then plus the main thing is trying to make sure that the weeds don't take over. That's the biggest gardening goal.
Mhm.
Because sometimes we just bite off a little bit too much and it's too hard to keep up. But
Eric, the lactose issue, most of us we can pretty much control it with Lactaid tablets too, but I've gotten to the point for myself that some things just I still can't handle even with Lactaid. So I try to avoid it when at all possible. Oh, Jessica's on here too. Said Lindley says, "Hey, your cousin."
Oh,
let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Is she farther? I guess I missed that. I don't
Yeah, it was one.
know. Oh, right there. Hey, Abby from Lindley.
Stephanie said
Emily.
that loves your headbands.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nick. We've bought some stuff from Hoss, and then the last stuff we've been getting is from Survival Seeds, and so we bought a herb collection from them too. I think it's a medicinal herb collection.
Yeah.
That we're gonna give a try, and so I've got a lot of old seeds because I have a bad problem of buying too many seeds, and so my goal is to try to use up a lot of what I have. So maybe I can clear out because I've probably got, I don't know, a couple of tubs full of seeds.
At least.
And so I really want to clear that out to make more space. So I'm trying not to buy too much. We may have to buy a few things here and there just to get the things we need. But for the most part, I'm just going to try to use what we have to cut back. What's
funny is we were going through the old seeds, checking dates and that kind of thing. And he didn't realize how many seeds he had. We had way more than he was like, I don't remember buying some of these.
Yeah, because whenever we were going through them to try to see, because I think what happens is I buy them, and if I don't use them, they go in there, and then I don't look at that before I order again. And so what we did is we just spread them all out on the living room floor and then divide them out by types. And also...
You done? Yeah. Okay.
Well, good. We can scoot in.
Yeah.
We're taking your chair. Okay.
I'm sure she'll be back. But
yeah. But she lost her seat either way. So what happened is I would just buy more without necessarily, or I would think I used them and I actually didn't. And so we actually split them out by types and then like old versus new and got everything sorted out. So my goal is to try to use up as many of those as possible, but I don't want to do so much that I can't keep up with it this year. But my work schedule is a little better on time, and so I should have more time to handle that. Because last year I was pretty much gone from before 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'd get home about 5:30 in the afternoons, and so 5 days a week, and so it made it hard. Oh,
I don't really know.
Let's see. Beyond Babylon said, maybe you can grow your own wheat. Ancient Stranger is supposed to be gluten-free sourdough. Oh.
Sorghum bread? Kind of been actually looking into that a little bit this week. I actually was talking to somebody the other day who was talking about that with me. So it's something looking into.
Izzy's back.
Hey, baby.
I thought you were sleepy.
I did too.
You had to pick a spot and stay.
You gonna sit in my lap? Is that what we're gonna do?
No.
Oh, you're just scooting so you can get in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not easy on the faces.
On the other side?
Not funny face hour. Do what?
I'm gonna scoot down the other side.
Are you wanting to sit right now?
Here, let's just push these together. And you can sit on both.
Let's see.
There, is that better?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Jessica said hi from Lindley. Ed
I'm still doing
said
terrible at this.
Ed said he's planting 200 onion plants tomorrow.
Oh goodness. We couldn't plan anything right now if we wanted to. It is a sloppy, muddy mess around
Yeah.
here.
Sit back, baby.
Okay. Yeah. After the freezing that we had, and then all the snow, and then all the rain, everything. Like, we're up on a hill, and usually it is pretty dry up here, but it's a muddy mess up here too. Just it'll be a while before anything dries out, but I would like to. We could probably plant something in the high tunnel, but I'm not ready for that yet because we still way too early and too much going on right now. So once we get caught up on some projects, we'll get that going. I will probably start our seeds here soon for like our tomatoes and peppers and stuff, because we have a small greenhouse that we actually are able to heat. And so I will probably get those started so that they'll be ready on time to go in the high tunnel.
Chestnut Hills, they've got 6 portrait organizers of seeds.
Huh. Oh, you understand. That's just the way it's done, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, this is harder to keep up with. Lily's excited she's watching you. Okay, I'm only a minute behind on that part. Tina said she can't wait for spring and summer. It needs to hurry up and come. Yeah, I'm ready for it too. Like I said, I would take 100-degree weather over freezing weather any day. But right now, I just want stuff to dry up. But I will tell you, the day before yesterday, it was like in the 50s. And it felt pretty good in a t-shirt because the sun was out, wasn't a lot of wind. And so after as cold as it's been, it felt really nice. Like I had a light jacket on. It was too hot in it. So
it is Candy and Pat said, hi, Izzy.
You're not going to talk?
Hello, Carol from Wisconsin.
Yeah, Carol from Wisconsin.
Jessica said, Lindley's so excited to get to watch us. Mimi said, hi, Izzy.
Hi, Mimi.
Dean said, talk to us, Izzy. Carol, this is Izzy. She's our youngest. She's the shy one. Abby doesn't know any strangers, and to Izzy, everybody's a stranger. She warms up when she gets to know you. What?
Yeah, I was just reading. Stephanie, yeah. Wish everything would dry out except your sinuses and your face is dry. Yes. My hands have been so dry here lately.
I have the most trouble with my lips. It seems like I'll get a crack down the center on the bottom, and it just takes forever to heal up. That's the only one thing I hate about winter. Let's see. Oh, Marie said they're behind on the iris fields. What all do you have to do to them in the winter? Because I'm guessing there's not much you could do when the ground's freezing, but I know y'all have a pretty big operation going on over there, so let's see. Carol said mid-30s and rainy all day. At least it's not snow. Yes, we're
with you on that.
We'll take rain over snow, but like I said, I'm ready for things to dry out where we can actually get outside and do some projects.
Definitely.
Got 66 for Dean.
Ed said it's been in the mid-70s there the last 3 days.
That is nice.
That sounds very nice.
Yeah. That's one thing, like I said, that we usually don't have very bad winters here, but we do have a lot of cold, but I don't know. I would like to have milder winters, but I kind of like where we are too. So probably just have to deal with it. Hey, Josh.
Oh, haul compost. Put compost
over and over
and over.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lot of work.
Mhm.
Let's see, what else do we have going on here? We're working on some chicken tractors and also a bigger pen for the peacocks.
Mhm.
It's mostly done. We've got just a little bit to do, but we had some other projects come up that were more pressing, and so we had to put that on
Yeah.
the back burner for a little bit. But we should be getting that done.
Mhm.
I don't know if it'll be later this week or not.
Like next week, probably. It's work Friday.
Yes, yeah, next week. I'm sorry. Yeah, next week.
But yeah, with the rain and then having to get rid of the snow and everything too, we couldn't really do a whole lot either. Because it took a while for some of the snow to go away and the ice.
Yeah, until it actually rained, there was still snow in places. But finally, whenever we got all the rain for like 3 days straight, it took out most of it, if
Finally.
not all of it. But for the while, it was, especially in the shaded areas, it just wasn't warming up enough to melt it. And so it was here for a while, even though it was above freezing. We just got so much that it was there. And I'm glad it's finally gone.
We were supposed to get some more ice Sunday night into Monday, and thankfully there was just a little bit mixed in and it quickly turned to rain. So we didn't have to deal with any of that. So we really did not want an ice storm after all that snow.
Yeah, because there was a little bit. I mean, there was ice and stuff on the trees, but it wasn't, we didn't get anything like they were initially talking. Let's see. It's supposed to get in the 60s in central Oklahoma. It'd be nice.
I think there's 50s and 60s in our forecast next week too. I mean, I know that could change any day, but
It's been running the air conditioner. We're pretty, I guess, we like to be comfortable with the air. And so, I mean, there's been days where we may have like heat on in the morning and air on by afternoon.
yeah.
Try not to do that, but I was like, there's other I'd rather cut somewhere else in the budget than be uncomfortable. And so we usually keep our house pretty cool summer and winter, but that's not, I don't know if you're talking to us or to Ed, but we're not planning on doing that. We did see that, but no, not us. It's muddy where Dean is too. Yeah, that's our biggest problem. Like I said, there's lots of stuff I would like to do, but like today I was putting out a hay bale and it was just a muddy mess and there's ruts and everything. And I don't know. I'm just ready for it to dry out where we can actually get some stuff done.
Yes.
Because that's the problem. That's what usually happens to us in the spring. It'll get time to plant. It'll finally warm up enough to plant, and then it'll just start raining. So that either puts us behind or all the seeds rot, and it's just a mess. So I just wish it would cooperate a little bit, because in the summer we could use some rain, and it could lay off of it a little bit before that. What?
Dean, I didn't know chickens could drive tractors.
Yep, ours can.
Yeah. Pretty good at it too.
Yeah. No, they're handy though, because like I said, some of our chickens, I mean, we just have now in a electric fence netting area where they can run around, but then like the meat birds and stuff like that, we've got in tractors where we can move them each day, and it's just easier, especially with the broilers, because I mean they're not real smart, and something would probably take them out pretty quick if they weren't well protected.
Yeah.
But we're looking at building the one we're building is for the American breast chickens, because since they're white, from everything that all the experiences we've seen and read, I mean, they're more likely to get picked off by some sort of flying predator, and so we want them well protected. Let's see.
Carol said, how far do you guys live from the Eddies?
I looked it up one time. I think it's about 5 hours. Let's see. 5 hours and 13 minutes right now. And then, because they're, 5 hours and 13 minutes. And then we're about 4 hours away from Pryor, which is where the Okie homestead will be. So
not far.
We travel enough that that's really a short distance.
Yeah.
I mean, we drive to southern Florida, which is like 15, 16, 17 hours of Google Maps drive time, I think. And then when you talk about all the breaks and stuff with the kids, let's see. Orlando, 15 hours and 14 minutes. And so with kids, when you talk about meal breaks, bathroom breaks, getting gas, it'll turn into a 17, 18-hour trip.
I'll say, I don't think we've made it under 18.
Coming back whenever it was late.
Yeah.
Usually once we go, we'll break it up into 2 days going. But coming back, if I can get everybody to fall asleep, then I'll just drive it straight back home. And so. Pull this back.
Marian said, I have crates of free plants. I'm looking forward to getting some planting done in the nice weather.
Yeah.
Definitely ready for that.
I'm ready to be able to plant, but like I said, I'm not quite ready yet. But I'm in Fort Worth. I miss this. It is a bit warmer. Okay. Oh, from Fort Worth.
What are you doing? Are you back? Hang on. Let me shift.
Okay. Oh, Carolyn's sister lives in Orlando. Yeah, we've been down there a few times for Disney and Universal.
And then sometimes just hanging out.
Yeah.
How many minutes has it been?
47.
I thought it was an hour.
Carol said we're a 24-hour drive to Orlando from their home.
Do what?
Carol said they're a 24-hour drive from Orlando from their home.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole day.
Are your pipes all fixed now? As far as we know, knock on wood, yeah. It actually, once they thawed out, we actually didn't have anything busted to fix. I did have to fix where they cut our main line coming in to try to keep everything else from freezing. But, it was just a matter of putting in a coupling, and I put in a new shutoff valve because the one that was on there was a PVC one. I replaced it with a brass one just because the PVC ones are bad about leaking from where you turn it on and off. And so we don't want it leaks out the top. So I wanted to replace it with brass since we already had it cut apart.
Let's see. Izzy looks like she's ready for bed. Yeah, Jessica, she's getting close. She just won't admit it yet. When she starts admitting it,
ready.
When she starts admitting it, she'll go to bed.
I want to go play with Legos. I want to go play with Legos.
Melba said,
it's about bedtime.
Yeah, no Legos tonight. Melba said, my husband has the same strategy driving as you. We used to drive all night so the kids wouldn't see the golden arches.
Yeah, their big thing is Buc-ee's.
I was going to say, Buc-ee's.
If there's a Buc-ee's anywhere, and the fact that they put billboards every few miles for like 100 miles ahead of time, they see one in sight, we usually have to stop unless I can convince them otherwise. And Buc-ee's is no quick stop if you've ever been to one. I think the other day, whenever we was coming back from Texas, was the quickest one. It was like a 20-minute stop, which is probably one of the fastest ones we've had.
It's a record.
Yeah, usually it'll hit us for an hour because even though it's all the same stuff in every one of them, they have to go check out all the stuffed animals, all the toys, all the shirts, which the shirts do change with the season, but that's about the only thing it does. Everything else is the same, but we have to look like look at it like it's a brand new store every time.
Yeah.
There's this microwave. It's a llama that you put in the microwave, and I need it.
Lindy's in Plano. We actually stayed a night in Plano whenever we were
Mhm.
going to San Antonio. We stopped there one night because we had to leave a little later than what we thought. So we got a little ways down the road and was able to stop there, and then we went on down after that.
This one. Okay, oh.
Do you need to go to bed?
Come on. Hey, come in here. Yes.
You look sleepy.
Come on.
You do too.
Yeah. It's
I can see it.
hey, it's almost 9 o'clock, guys.
Okay. Yeah, bedtime.
Come on. Tell everybody night night.
Say good night. Okay. Y'all got away from Izzy. That's pretty good.
Oh, baby.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that jumps around too much. Lynn, that is correct. Like I said, 20 minutes is our new record because before that, like I said, it was 45 minutes to an hour. I think the very first time we ever stopped at Buc-ee's, I think we were probably in there about an hour and a half. It was crazy, but it was a neat experience. We'd never been to one, but now they like them. They have some pretty good healthy snacks. We usually get like the mixed veggies or fruit or something like that to have for the road. And so we usually like to stop for that. Plus, Abby likes the fact that the water is warm in the sinks, except for this last trip. For some reason, they didn't have warm water in the girls' bathroom, but we did in ours. Because Abby does not like cold at all. Let's see. Yeah, usually, Nick, we have the same problem. We'll usually make a few laps looking for snacks. What I've started trying to do now is I'll usually send them on in because for some reason it seems like there's always a line in the women's bathroom takes them longer. So I'll usually send them on in while I get gas and at least get that part knocked out. And then if I'm lucky, they'll get their shopping started before I get in there. But if not, we budget that. So if we're in a hurry, we just make sure that the girls don't see that there's a Buc-ee's because, like I said, it's 20 minutes was a record, and I was shocked that we were able to get out that quick. But we were trying to beat the freezing temps because that's when the roads were still bad in East Texas, or it said they were. And so we were trying to get as far as we could before the sun went down because we knew it was going to refreeze. But we actually didn't. We made it all the way home and didn't have any trouble that night. Neil says Abby could just smile at the water and that would warm it up. Yep, that's true. Sherman said healthy snacks. That area must be on the other side of the fudge and the heart attack in a snack area. Yep, it is. You just gotta the little thing, you just gotta keep walking around to the backside, and that's where the healthy snacks are. Right beside the banana pudding and brownies. Yeah, we get gas there because I usually try not to stop unless we need gas or something. So generally for traveling, if it's normal gas stations, when we need gas, we'll stop everybody, do bathroom breaks. Occasionally we'll have to make other stops, but the girls have gotten pretty good about being able to make it between gas stations. So and then plus if we do have to stop in between, I usually just go ahead and fill up so maybe we can make it on after that. But we just got gas there because they have a good price and the pumps are pretty easy to get to. They've got so many. Sure, or Josh, it's pretty late to be heading home from work now. Must have had a busy day. Yeah, Lynn. Buc-ee's is it's crazy packed, especially during a holiday weekend. or on any weekend. Yeah, the days we stopped, it was middle of the week, and it was busy, but it's not anything like it normally is whenever we stop. So we were pleasantly surprised with how easy it was to get in and get around. The brisket sandwich. Yeah, I've had the brisket sandwich before, but it gave me indigestion. So I think this last time I got the smoked turkey or something. It's right there in the same area, but the brisket, like I said, I wasn't feeling good after eating it after a while. Had a service call and got called out. Oh, getting called out is the worst. You go to bed?
Yes. I'm back.
We'll see if they stay this time.
We've got lights out and they're cuddling their stuffies, so I think they'll be good.
Good deal. There's quite a bit of a delay on the phones from this, so
Oh, really?
yeah, whenever looking at it, you were just sitting down after you were already here talking, so it was just distracting me. So, you want to tell them about the homeschooling?
Well, we took a break while we were on our vacation. We actually had a 2-week break, but we didn't take a full Thanksgiving or Christmas break. But we just started back Monday. Things are going great. Izzy's on track to be finished probably first part of April with her lessons.
She might. I told her if she worked really hard, she could be done before the Okie homestead. But she would have to work really hard, and I don't know if she'll get in the mood to do that or not, but if so, she could be done with school before we go. And so she's ready to go ahead and start first grade though. So
Abby, it's going to be probably mid to end of April, I think, for hers. I have to count up the weeks, but
because she had 60.
She's got 50 left because hers
50.
is 160 something instead of 170,
Okay.
180.
Yeah, Izzy got ahead because the way the lessons are set up, the curriculum we use, they have it set up by days, but there's no schedule of how many. So for a while, whenever stuff was really easy that Izzy knew before she started doing the more reading and stuff like that, because most of the stuff she had already learned in pre-K. So when they were doing that, she flew through, and there'd be some days she'd do 2 or 3 days worth of work in a single day because she would work pretty much the whole time Abby was working. And since Abby's in 4th grade, her work was a lot harder.
Yeah.
And so it's taken her a little longer, but they're both doing good. And they coming back from the break, they were ready for a break. So it was good. They really got in and working hard afterwards. So,
well, and right before we left, Abby had just finished up a science unit on layers of soil and that kind of thing. And I didn't tell you this, but yesterday she came up to me and she had some Legos layered, and she's like, "Look, here's the layers of the soil," and started talking about it. So it was pretty cool. She's been doing a lot of writing here lately and working on creative writing and coming up with stories based on. They'll give her a picture and like, write a story about this. And her stories have been interesting and cute. So
yeah, and then she's big into history. Abby loves history, and that's one reason San Antonio we thought would be good because the Alamo and everything. And like I said, she just soaked all of that in. And then we also got to see the fossils of a woolly mammoth at Mammoth State Park or something like that. And so that was pretty neat too. She enjoyed that. Izzy did too, but Abby liked the history of it. She's wanting to go down and dig, but we're like, no, only the professionals get to do that.
We are using Becca for both girls as far as curriculum goes, and we love it. There's quite a bit more depth to it than I remember when I was going through the curriculum, because I was homeschooled as well. And I remember my mom had to supplement quite a bit with the Becca, but it's way, way better than it was. I mean, it's been a long time, but it's really great. Like her science has a whole STEM book for all the activities and experiments. Her state history, there's a My State notebook that she's been completing, and I mean it covers everything, and we're very, very happy with it. And her math, I love the way they do math. So
Yeah, and we did the one where it has the videos along with the
Mhm.
books, and so they've got that extra help there, and then they'll work through that. And if they need additional help
Mhm.
outside of that, I mean, the teacher does a lot with them, works through a lot, and shows them how and a lot of stuff that's on the computer. But then some of them, it's not that great, and we just
teach it.
yeah, they'll still watch through the videos, but they're
Mhm.
sometimes they just still need extra. But I'm glad that we decided to do that because it's worked out.
Yeah.
Carol said homeschooling is a great idea. That her son went to a Christian school. We don't have any Christian schools around it or
Mm-mm.
private schools. It's just the public school. We're in a very rural area,
Yes.
and I mean the public school that's here is the one I went to. But things have changed a lot since I was in school too, and we just felt it was best to do that, and it's worked out well. And plus, we like the flexibility of the schedule. I think this next year, though, we may start a little earlier than what we did this year
Yes.
to kind of work around pretty much what we have going. That way, maybe they can for sure be done before Okie Homestead or the spring stuff and things like that, because the Macs do the same thing. They start like in July because it's so hot. There's not a whole lot you can do
Mhm.
then outside in the middle of the day. And so we may try that and see how that works out, starting a little bit earlier so they get done a little earlier. And like I said, this year we skipped a lot of breaks. They would take a few days here and there, but we saved up and they used their Christmas break whenever we went on our trip because they
Mhm.
worked through Christmas. We did give them off a few days right around Christmas, but other than that, they still kept working during the 2 weeks that everybody else was off.
Mm.
They used the good and the beautiful.
Oh, we have several friends who use the Good and the Beautiful.
I need to look into that because I don't know.
That's what.
Just to see.
Yeah.
Is that what
Most of our
their
group uses
4-H?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Legislators are trying to get DHS involved in homeschooling here, making parents get approval to homeschool and background check. That's the thing. Arkansas completely, I mean, went the opposite of that. They have seriously opened things up with education here. They're pushing homeschooling, private school, charter schools, all kinds of stuff. They've even worked it out where like the tax credit or that the schools get per student and everything, that it's a transition plan, but I think it's probably next year that it depends on if you agree to do the standardized testing at the end, but that they'll give that tax break to the parents that are homeschooling for your homeschool kids to go toward curriculum and any out-of-pocket costs like that. So that aspect of it, I mean, they're opening up quite a bit here, and they're pretty lenient.
All we have to do to homeschool each year is just submit a letter of intent to homeschool. Supposedly it goes through a review process and all that, but ours was considered approved and final within 2 days?
Yeah, it wasn't long.
We were on vacation at the time, and when I submitted it, and then it may have been the next day that I got the email saying you're approved. So it was pretty easy.
Melba's grandsons are doing it now with their Christian school.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, in today's world, I mean, I know not everybody has an option, but if you can, either private school, which I mean, that they may not be any better, Christian schools or homeschooling. Like I said, we're happy we chose that. So
yeah, it's definitely worked best for us.
We've had to make some sacrifices to be able to do that and change some stuff around. But like I said,
wouldn't change it.
At the time, whenever we were thinking, like, I mean, it's taken on a lot, being like, you're responsible for your kids' education, which you are still in the schools, but you have them working with you too, and so be like, are you capable of? Because that was my thing. I was like, I know stuff, but I don't know that I'm good enough to teach them the stuff, and so it was back and forth. It helped that she was homeschooled because she'd already been through it. Like I said, I was
Mhm.
not. I didn't have much experience with homeschool other kids or anything growing up because I mean I knew we had a homeschool. There was a homeschool group around here, but I wasn't a part of it or had anything to do with it.
Mhm.
So it was an adjustment. But like I said, I'm glad we did. And
Mhm.
unless something crazy happens, I figure we will probably continue throughout the rest of their education process or time.
My mom's been a great resource because she's helped figure things out and help look at stuff and be able to bounce ideas off and everything. Because I mean, she's been there, done that. Homeschooled 3 of us kids growing up. So plus she teaches school too now.
Yeah. They're gonna do summer and winter school. That's an idea.
That is a good idea.
Like I said, we will probably. I mean, we do a lot of stuff in the summer too, but we'll probably, like I said, I think we'll start a little earlier. Izzy's birthday, the way it fell, she couldn't start kindergarten with all of her other friends that she had in pre-K, and so she would like to try to get caught up with
Mhm.
them. And so her idea, as soon as she finishes kindergarten, she wants to go ahead and start first grade.
Yeah.
And I guess try to eventually lap a grade, so to speak, and get caught up back up with her best friend because her best friend's in first grade. Because, like I said, Izzy was born at the end of September and the cutoff was August 1st.
Mhm. Let's see. Leonard Mountain Homestead says we have one in homeschool, one in public. I'd rather homeschool, but my son loves being in public.
Yeah, we initially had a little bit of resistance from Abby. It didn't last long because her
Yeah.
main thing was her friends, but one of the problems is some of the friends that she had were not the best influences for her to be around. And that was part of our decision is if it's already starting in second and third grade, I can't imagine
Mhm.
what it would be like later. And there was some bullying and it's just
And even now, it's crazy the things that she brings up sometimes. Like, well, last year such and such happened. And I'm like, you didn't tell me that. And I asked him, did she tell you that? And he said no. But it's sad that we didn't know because she never told us. And I mean, nobody told us some of the stuff she was going through, but she's much happier now. And Izzy loves it too, of course. Mm.
Melba said when she raised her kids in Arkansas, it was a total mess. Talking about the school system or homeschooling? Let's see. That's good. It's simple. I don't like them knowing. I feel like they're gathering up names. They just need to leave us be.
I know it'd be nice if you didn't have to do anything to be able to legally homeschool.
Yeah, I mean, because the big thing now, I like a lot of it is probably truancy issues is probably one reason
Yeah.
because you have to have that to show that
Hmm.
they're not skipping school and whatnot because of the laws that are in place that say they have to be in school through certain ages and things like that. But
Oh yeah, it can be hard sometimes. I mean, because sometimes that they may not listen to you the same way they would somebody who's not their parent. But I mean, it's so rewarding in the end, definitely. Homeschool
yeah,
store. I know there's one in Little Rock, which is still a little ways from us, but
about an hour.
which I think they're going out of business. But it's not bad. I have not been in there, but I really want to go in there if they're still open, maybe sometime this summer and look around because I think they have quite a bit. Yes. She is very family oriented.
Yeah, like I said, if we would have had a private school option or something, or Christian school, we might have looked at that. But like I said, the closest one of those is about 35-40 minutes away, and um, we probably wouldn't send our kids there. But
Mhm.
I think it's reasonably priced. But I mean, they stay pretty full
Yeah.
with the people around that town.
Oh,
Well,
Jessica.
yeah.
Oh, Jessica, I didn't know y'all were looking at homeschooling. Yeah. Y'all need to call and we can talk because we've been learning a lot and I'm sure still will learn a lot, but tell you what I do know. Mom's a great resource though too. Seriously, so.
Let's see, Lindsay. I think there's more bullying in schools now than when we went. Yeah, nah, I would say that's probably true, and
Mhm.
it's a different generation of kids coming up that were raised differently than what we were raised growing up. There's not as much discipline, so I think that's part of the
Mhm.
issue.
Pecan.
You could,
It can be a lot sometimes though.
yes.
I get it. And I know sometimes activities are, I mean, if your kids are into different sports and things, I mean, depending on where you're at, the opportunities might not be there as much.
Let's see. Carolyn says, "Do you have a homeschooling association that does activities together for the children?"
Mhm.
There is like a co-op that's in Conway, but that's like a 45-minute drive from us. But the 4-H group that our kids are in is the homeschool 4-H group from the area, and there's a bunch of children in that, and they have meetings twice a month and do activities and things, have field trips and do a lot of activities like that. But as for an actual co-op or association, we haven't. Some of the people that are in the 4-H group were a part of that, and they said that it just wasn't really a good fit for them. And so, since it was our first year doing it, we didn't want to jump in with too much, especially with our schedules, not knowing how that was going to fall. But it may be something to look at in the future. But like I said, so far right now, um, our kids get a lot of socialization with between the 4-H group and then just being around because they both play soccer and different things like that. So
yeah, our 4-H group is primarily homeschoolers, and like we went to around Christmas time, we went to see the Nutcracker, and we've done several things together.
yeah, that's the problem with a lot of private schools, the tuition price.
Yes.
Like I said, the one that's not too far, it stays pretty full, and like I said, but their tuition is pretty reasonable, and that's probably why. But the town they're in, that school system is really big,
Yes.
and so a lot of people don't want their kids in that school, so they go to the private school there. Melba says her son lives near the Air Force Base. Jacksonville, I'm guessing.
Dean, that would be great if she doesn't, because I always did.
Yeah, that's the thing. Abby, like I said, she doesn't know a stranger. I like that about her because, I mean, I've known kids who wouldn't hardly speak to family, and like Izzy's really shy around strangers, but once she warms up and gets around, she's better. But like Abby, she's so friendly that when she was younger, I mean, it was scary because like she would go home with a stranger, so she could get kidnapped so easily. And so, I mean, we always had to keep our eyes on her and tell her, be like, she'd like to want to go up and hug a waitress and stuff like that. Quit hugging people you don't know. Like, you don't know these people, no. And then, so then she got, can I hug them? We're like, no, you cannot. Like, you can talk to them, you can say hi, but you're not going to hug them, go home with them, anything like that. But yeah, she's definitely very outgoing and outspoken. Lots of energy. Yeah, see, our kids, they they were around kids all through, because I mean they've been in childcare or preschool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean since they were babies, because we both worked full time, and then
Mm-hmm.
we actually, the childcare center they were at, we actually bought
Mm-hmm.
because it closed down whenever everything hit back in 2020. Nobody'd buy it. We needed childcare, so we decided to buy it, ran it for a few years, and then we decided to move on in our life because we had it. It was very draining and took
Mm-hmm.
a lot. I mean, loved being around the kids and everything,
Yes.
but running that, staffing and all that, it was a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
it took many hours away from us and our family, and kind of interfere with that. And so we decided that it's time to put our family first, and so we kind of moved on from that phase of our life. But we're glad we did it because, like I said, it allowed. Kimberly was up there full time with it for a couple of years because we had it for 3. She was up there for a couple of years full time, so she was there with our kids whenever they needed to be and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
it worked out really well, and we were glad we were able to do that. So they got a lot of socialization with that.
Yeah.
And then Abby was in public school through 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not for everybody. I mean, truly, it's not.
Yeah, and that was the thing because, like I said, we asked Abby her opinion. Like I said, she gave some pushback, but it was mainly just for her friends.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, I mean, she did like it and she was good with it. But if she wasn't, we just told her that we're the parents. It's not her decision. Be like, we want to know what you think, but in the end, it's our decision because we're the parents. And seems like that's what happens a lot nowadays, is that parents just let kids run their own lives, and that's not what we're here for, because it's our job to guide them on the straight and narrow. That way whenever they get older they can make those decisions, but giving them too many options too young is not a good thing. So that was the thing. So we did sit down with her though and explain the pros and cons and
Mm-hmm.
why we thought it was best, and then we were like, remember different things that happen with the different people. And then so in the end she was glad, and now they love it. They're glad that they do it and enjoy it. They enjoy their 4-H group and all that. So it was a little bit of a rough spot just for a bit, but it's not.
Yeah.
In the long run, they're happy they did and everything. But like I said, it wouldn't have mattered either way.
Not
we were
for
going to make the
us.
final decision
Mhm.
because it's our job to figure out what's best for them,
Mhm.
not for them just to decide.
Yes, Jessica. This is my sister-in-law, y'all. So my brother's wife.
Yeah, this is Brother Justin's wife.
Yeah, he was called Brother Justin in the last life. So yeah, we learn a lot.
Yeah, luckily our kids' soccer is just their thing, because we
Mhm.
asked them about other sports and
Yeah.
they didn't have any interest. So
Mhm.
we lucked out there, because like I said, I enjoy soccer, which I never would have thought before,
No.
because like we don't have soccer in our town.
Mm-mm.
So like growing up, I never was around anything. And so whenever they like soccer, I was like, soccer? But then I ended up helping coach it and everything.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun. We enjoy it.
Yeah.
Marble club in school. Did y'all play jacks too? Dean? Let's see. Yeah, and I would say it's probably better for the younger, but I mean, like in this day and age, I mean, a lot of the stuff that we didn't have to deal with till we were older, they're dealing with at very young ages now. So I don't know. Like I said,
And that may not be everywhere, but I know it's definitely here.
yeah, and we're a small town, like
Yeah.
very small.
Kids allowed in 4-H if they're
Yeah, in Arkansas they
yeah.
can, because like I said, ours is like a homeschool 4-H group.
Mhm. And it's not actually affiliated with the school.
Yeah, well, I knew they could because I've seen some of their 4-H
Oh, okay.
projects and stuff, the pigs and stuff. So
Mhm. The problem with that is, yes, she stood up for some of her friends last year, but I think she got shoved down or hit or something whenever
she's
she did
kind
stand up to
she's
for her friends.
kind of like a Beanie Rooster. I mean, she would try, but she's just so small that
Yeah.
she'd end up getting hurt, and we
Mhm.
don't want that to happen either. Because we've heard some horror stories of things that's happened to kids just here, like on the playground and stuff. And I was like, goodness, just
Yeah,
stuff
just
that
this
should
year
not
even.
be going on.
Betty had said, "Have a good night." Past bedtime. Past your bedtime. Good night, Betty.
Good night. Sorry for missing you. Are you going? Yeah, that's what's wrong in the world. The kids get to make their own rules, it seems. That is so true.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's, which I'm sure you've been on several of those calls too, where somebody calls with their unruly child that's 9 or 10, wanting the police to come set them straight. And it's ridiculous that people aren't willing to handle their own kids and discipline them as needed and teach them the right way to grow up and be good citizens in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Parents today repeat themselves to the kids.
Somebody was saying
Where?
Sherman's Family Farms. My daughter wants to start homeschooling.
No.
I'm assuming that's what the.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of options with homeschooling now. Like I said, I don't know what it used to be because I wasn't, but I know like they used to have like VHS tapes and stuff. But like I said, all of ours, they have books, workbooks and everything, and then they send teacher books with like the answers and all that, and then they have the DVDs, or not DVDs, but online videos that they're able to use. And what they do is they have little tablets that they just set up and watch. We have headphones. They don't disturb each other. They sit up at the dining room table that we're sitting at now, one on one side, the other on the other. They'll listen to their lessons, do their schoolwork. Kimberly will check their work, go through it with them, help them if they have problems. If it's wrong, show them the ones they got wrong and show them how to do it correctly, and so they can learn that way. They still have quizzes, tests, things like that. A lot of reading and stuff like that as well too. So yeah. They did play jacks all the time. Okay, outdoors events. Who all's going to the expo? So to make this easier where it stands out, do some little emoji or something if you're going to the expo, just so it stands out a little easier than just typing. Because we're curious too.
Yes.
That we were going to get to that, but then I got sidetracked on the whole homeschool thing and all that. But yeah, so who all is going to the expo? Be sure to drop an emoji. We're curious too.
It's coming.
Are we going to teach the kids to type without looking at the keyboard? I'm sure they'll get to keyboarding later. I don't know.
If not, it will be taught.
I have a degree in computer science, so I mean,
yeah,
I type a lot and can do it without looking.
And I type a lot for documentation, and
and she's in the therapy field, so she has to type all the notes from that. So we both can, but like I said, I don't know what keyboarding looks like for homeschool. So if not, there's other stuff we'll figure it out. But yeah, the way that the world is computer driven, I mean, really need to know that.
Let's see. Of course, the Eddie.
I'll get down to that. Let's see. Yeah, Brandon, that's one thing that whenever we'll get the call and I show up, which I don't have to do it near as much now, but if I still go and help, that's what I'll be like, if you wanted to fix this problem, it should have started years ago. Okay, so now we're... Okay, so Stephanie is going. Dakota and his crew is going. Of course, Ed is going. Marie is going. Leonard Mountain Homestead is going. Stephanie's going again.
Outdoors with Vance. I need to get a place to stay.
Yeah, Vance, there's quite a few hotels over there. Just looking, because there's like the Hampton Inn. There's Hotel Prior. I think there's a Days Inn, a Quality Inn, which I don't know how good those are. We stayed in Hotel Prior before, and it was okay. But I think whenever I looked the other day, it looked like it was about booked up. Didn't look like they had much left. Hampton still had
Yeah.
rooms available.
And it's nice and clean.
Yeah.
At least it has been every time we've been there. So.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's nothing special. I mean, they have a breakfast and everything at it, but it's nice. And then one time we stayed in the Airbnb, but like I said, we looked those this time. We just decided to stay at a hotel.
Sherman's Family Farms. They're going.
Yep. Josh is going. Let's see. Tina, where do you live at again? If you've said, if you don't want to say, that's fine. I think you've probably said before, but I don't remember.
Penny.
Yeah, they are doing cursive writing because that was the problem when Abby was in school. They had taken it out and then they started, but they didn't teach them the basics to it. They just pretty much started right into it. So she struggled with it at first, but that's we do a lot of cursive writing practice because that's the thing. I've had some stuff where tell people to sign their name and they don't even know how to sign it. They just print it. And I'm just like, that's crazy to me that things have changed so much. Because I know in third grade when we started cursive.
They started last year in third grade, midway through the year, but it wasn't like they taught the letter formation. So we're redoing that. And if I could show you her writing test from the first day to now, because she had one a couple days ago, complete change in her letter formation. And I mean, we've still got a few things to work on, but it's looking so much better. And she can read anything written in cursive as well.
I look at it sometimes too, and I don't always type with the proper placement, but I've got a memory usually of the computers I'm using that I can still do it without looking a lot of times typing. Kind of like texting on a cell phone. I can do that without looking too, even though there's not keys to put your fingers on. Let's see. Candy said all three of my girls went to a Christian private school. I'm so thankful I don't have a child in the schools today. They're so bad here. I think they're getting that way everywhere. Like I said, I think it's just the world we live in now. So hopefully things will change. Let's see. They're teaching their boys cursive. Evelyn came from Eddie Family Farm. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming over. Let's see. Yeah, Dean, it's probably a nice thing for corrections going from a typewriter to computers, because I know I hear stories of people whenever they had to write reports making an error, having to try to fix that. And so, yeah, computers made a big change. Outdoors with Vance said they stayed at Hotel Prior the last time. Like I said, I think Hotel Prior, if it's not full, it's close. So if that's where you're wanting to stay, you may want to jump on that and check. But like I said, I know that Hampton Inn still had some rooms available last night whenever I was looking, or it might have been the night before last. Yeah, Gary and Cassie will be there, Nick and Zoe. Yeah, there'll be a ton of people. Prior is the same thing as Prior Creek. That confused us the first time we did, because I was like, it kept saying Prior, but it kept coming up Prior Creek, and I don't know if there was a name change in the town or what, but yeah, Prior and Prior Creek are the same thing. Hey, Cindy.
Hey,
better late than never.
Exactly.
Oh, Vancouver. Yeah, that is going to be a little bit far for you.
For a drive.
I mean, it's fun, but yeah, that would be quite the little trip. Oh, look, Sherry G joined us.
You missed the girls.
Yep. They're going to be sad they missed their Momo, even though they were there all day.
Yeah.
Josh wants to know if anybody's going to the 10 Killer meetup. Dakota said they are. Eric said he started typing in the 7th grade. That was the same for me. It was 7th grade was the first keyboarding class I had because where I went, it was either elementary, which went through 6th, then high school started at 7th. And so that's when we started too. So yeah. But yeah, I know that like we had like computer lab in elementary school, but it wasn't like typing or keyboarding, but I'm sure that they are doing it earlier now.
Mhm.
Leonard Mountain Homestead's going to the 10 Killer meetup.
Satin.
Yeah, Satin.
Hello, guys. So sorry I'm late, but here, Brandon and Stephanie's fine.
Hey, Satin. Glad you joined us.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Jessica, if y'all do something like Abeka, it's built in too. There's actually a cursive option for Izzy this year in kindergarten. We chose to do manuscript this year, but we'll probably start incorporating some cursive next year, so it's an easier transition.
Yeah, because we just wanted during pre-K. I mean, since we were running it, we actually had a certified teacher who was our teacher in the pre-K class, and so they did a lot of the writing and stuff ahead of time, so she had it. But we just wanted her to get a more basic practice of that before they moved on to cursive, because we didn't want her to struggle with handwriting.
Yes,
like Abby struggled. So
outdoors with Vance. Good night, y'all.
On a 72-hour shift. All right, Vance, have a good night. And like I said, we'll see you out at the expo.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep, appreciate you stopping by.
I was just reading that one.
Yeah, we had whenever I was in 7th grade, there was 2 keyboarding teachers. One was a lot harder than the other, and she had like black electrical tape over all of the keys so that you couldn't see them. And then they finally got where they got these little sleeves that went over and like blacked out all the letters. But it also made it hard typing because it was like all one rubber piece that went over it, and so it would be easy to fat finger things, and I didn't like those at all. But like I said, I don't know. I wasn't that great at first typing, but I picked it up pretty quick, and I got where I could type pretty fast. And I still can't type. I'm probably not as fast as I was then, but I mean, I'm not typing every day either.
I feel like I've gotten faster just because I have, all my daily notes to write, and I have progress notes I have to write on patients and that kind of thing. And so I have to get that done.
Yeah. We agree that they should
so.
all learn cursive writing.
I had told him when Abby was in kindergarten or first, I was like, if they don't teach it, then she's going to learn, because I'd been around some adults who did not know how to sign their name in cursive either. And they were like, I don't know how to make a signature, which floored me, but I mean, it made sense.
Did anyone learn shorthand? I did not.
I did not either. Yeah. Math without a calculator. Yes.
Yeah. That's another thing, because like some of the math I've tried to help, I was just like, since we're doing homeschool now, I'm just like, I don't know what they're teaching, but I was like, you're going to learn the way I learned.
Yes.
And so we're going back to the old school way, because some of the stuff they did, I was like, that makes no sense and is so hard compared to what it could be. So,
well, some of the problems last year were 10 steps to solve a 2-step problem. And even Abby was like, Mommy, that's kind of ridiculous. I'm like, well, I know, but we had to do it that way. So
yeah. And then plus that guessing math, whatever that was, where it was that new math they were doing where it actually wasn't the right answer, but it's the answer they wanted. When she was younger, because like if you had the actual exact answer to the problem, that was wrong because that's not what they were looking for. They were looking for I forgot what it was called, but it was ridiculous.
And it wasn't like teaching them to estimate. It was just something else that was just kind of frivolous.
Yep. Typewriter, because it was typewriters and then word processors and then computers. So people can't make change if it doesn't tell you in the cash register. That's true, and that's why a lot of them, like the machines, even whenever it's somebody running the machine, whenever they put in the cash, the change pops out at the machine without them having to actually count it out. Because I've had some people where they'll give you a handful of dimes just because they can't figure out it's like 3/4, a nickel, and some pennies to get to it. So you get 8 dimes instead of 80 cents with the other way, and it's just like goodness.
Hello, Loma. Penny's comment. Wholeheartedly agree. Last year they were supposed to have taught multiplication, but it wasn't taught in a way that they actually remembered it. Abby struggled a lot with learning her times tables because they just kind of breezed through it, and then they were expected to do fun little test games and everything on it, but it was taught like once and then not really repeated. We would go over it and over it and over it, but it just, with everything else she was trying to learn at the same time, it was too much. So happy to say she's doing great with it now.
Because that was the thing they did. It was these little timetable games that they went through the numbers, but it was to get a party at the end of the year or something. Yeah. So it wasn't that they were really worried about learning. They were like, I've got to get through so many of these tables before the end of the year to get this party. And I was like, I didn't really agree with that because not everybody learns at the same pace. So being like, if you can't get all these answers within a certain time limit, especially when they weren't teaching them that way, it was just a matter of getting through this, because a lot of us just memorizing what was on that and being done with it rather than actually knowing what they were doing. But yeah, a lot of things have changed just in this last year since we're doing it now. It's gone back to a lot of the old school learning.
Hello, Jackie.
Jackie, thanks for joining us from Australia.
Yeah.
So it's summer for y'all, right? I think we've had somebody else in here from Australia. I think it's summer.
She said it was over 100 today.
Huh?
Oh my goodness.
What?
Yeah, 5 20s and 100. I always thought it was 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Jessica. I don't know a whole lot about it. I'll do some digging though.
You start reading the comments too. That way, if the people who are listening, know what you're talking about.
Jessica had asked if you'd heard of Classical Conversation because their homeschool group uses that. Loma came over from Eddie Family Farm too. We appreciate you joining us.
Yep. Pull that up there. Yep. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Kimberly, they have that multiplication machine. I use that and know my times tables faster than most can blink. It's that yellow square with pop-up answers. Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
I remember that now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a good idea.
Abby. I think the Abeka curriculum is from Pensacola Christian in Pensacola, Florida. I live in Pensacola. My son attended Pensacola Christian from middle school. That's probably right. I know it's a Christian-based curriculum, but I'm not sure. But probably so.
It is.
From Florida?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, that's it. Hey, Cindy. Yep, I recognize you from the Eddie's Lives. Appreciate you coming over, too. Depending on how old you were, we may not have been born yet, but I don't know. No, like I said, it's just the biggest thing is just the way the world's changed. 'Cause like I said, I went to public school and I'm fine, but I had good parents, kept me on the straight and narrow. Let's see. Yeah, because that's what a lot of it is, memorization rather than actually figuring out how to do it. But
Yeah.
Do we have children? Yes, we have two, Abby and Izzy. They were here earlier, but the later it got, the sillier they got. So it was time for them to go to bed. Usually when we start these at 8, which is what we've been hitting most of the time, we let them come on for a little bit, but then it gets to be their bedtime, so they go on after that. Because like I said, once they start getting tired, especially Abby, she gets sillier.
And our kids are 9 and 6.
Did I miss that?
I think it's a little bit further down.
Okay.
But I just figured I'd throw that in there. Jessica said, ours here don't use the language of math, but they use classical conversation for the other subjects. Okay. I'll look at it.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, they were here. Like I said, generally on our lives, our first one we did, we were late just because we got in late. And it started at 9, so Abby was here for it. But Izzy usually 8:30 or so, she's ready for bed. And then
Yes.
Abby would stay up all the time if we let her. So.
And they were at Grandma's all day today and Momo's house all day, and they were exhausted, I think. They played hard.
Penny, no, we are in Arkansas. We're about 5 hours east of the Eddies, but we're Central Arkansas is where we're located. Not too far from Conway. Oh, yeah. 6 and 9. Abby will be 10 next month.
Yeah.
Addison's having trouble remembering. Yeah. Might be just a thing. I don't know. Because I don't know how well the other kids did. But like I said, I know Abby struggled with it. But it gotten to the point, just the way that they were teaching it and piling it on, not actually making sure that they learned it before moving on to the next thing. She got where she did not like math at all.
Yeah.
It took a while of her doing math here to get where she finally got her confidence built back up that she thought she was bad at it. And we were like, no, you just needed a little extra help in a different way of learning. And like I said, she's gotten really good at it now and is doing a lot better.
And there's some I think there's some channels on YouTube that they do songs and things for helping memorize multiplication tables. If I can, I'll try to look and ask my mom again, and I'll send you that.
Also, Misty with the Max had posted something too, looking for an app or something to help with that, and a lot of people had posted comments about that. So you might go find that post. It was on Facebook.
Yeah.
And because there was lots of people that put out lots of good information there. I think she was looking for something that maybe was free because she had tried some other stuff and it just wasn't working. So you might look there and it might be something that would work too. Because I had browsed over it whenever people are answering, but I didn't go back to look to see what they'd actually come up with in the end.
Jackie said it's summertime in Australia. Great weather. We're having hot days, sadly. Unfortunately, this also brings bushfires and cyclones.
Yeah, not a fan of the bushfires and cyclones, but like I said, I'll take the hot over the cold any day.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on 6s now.
6s, 7s, and 8s were our hardest. But the other day we were talking about something, and she multiplied something by 8 really quickly, and she just went, "Oh, I got that!" She was so shocked.
Yeah. Penny, are you in Texas, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, if Izzy wasn't shy and they were having to compete to talk, then I don't know what we would do. But because Izzy, she lets Abby say all she wants to say, and Abby's got plenty to say.
Plenty for both of them, plus some. I remember having to do multiplication drills.
Wichita Falls. I've been there once. One of my friends' son was at the military base there, and we had to deliver his car out to him. So that's the only time I've been there, though. We pretty much made a quick drive over there, dropped the car, and a quick drive back. But actually 2 cars because both kids were out there.
Oh
Yeah. So we dropped 2 cars. We just had a truck and trailer and pulled them out there. The falls.
That's funny.
Mary wants to know how the caverns were.
Well, we didn't go to the caverns we originally planned to go to, the ones that were closest to San Antonio, because
Natural Bridge
Caverns. I'd gone there as a kid, but for some reason they were closed due to weather. There wasn't any ice or snow or anything on the ground. I don't know if it was maybe the temperatures, because it did get colder than they typically had, and they do have like a wildlife ranch there too. So Izzy was kind of disappointed, but I remembered that I'd seen a sign for some caverns on the way down, and I remembered, after thinking about it for a little while, I remembered the name of them and looked them up and made sure that they were open, and they were.
Space Caverns or something like that?
Inner Space
Caverns. Yeah.
And that was neat. They were very, very warm too on that cold day, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, we didn't quite get the Natural Bridge Caverns being closed because, like I said, they just had the gate closed. It closed for weather. But whenever I looked on their website the day before, they were still selling tickets for time. So I don't know if they just didn't disable that or what. So I'm glad we didn't buy them online because we decided to just wait and buy them when we got there. Let's see. Josh said he was always good at math till they tried to get him to add a letter and a number together. Yeah, that makes it a little more difficult. Leonard Mountain Homestead's glad the ice is gone. Us too. Like I said, we didn't have a whole lot of ice, but we had a lot of snow, and it's finally gone. We got a little bit of ice, but it wasn't really bad here.
Eric, I think you still get the videos of Schoolhouse Rock. Those cartoons got Emmys and education awards for what they did for helping children. I loved Schoolhouse Rock when I was a kid.
I think there's some on YouTube, but I'm not positive.
We've looked them up. We've looked some of them up. We did some of that last year, actually.
Okay. I'm new to your channel. May I ask when and why did you start your channel? Can you share about your channel? Do you have a farm or ranch? Just wondering. That so 2020 was our first video.
Seems like.
Yeah, 2020 we did our first video, which was a greenhouse tour with the girls. We pretty much just went through the high tunnel, and they pretty much just walked through, naming off what all the plants were while we did it. A lot of it, I would say that we're more of a farm or homestead than a ranch. We have animals, but we do a lot of gardening stuff, and a lot of it's self-sustainability, and some of the animals are just for entertainment, and then a lot of them are for meat, things like that. Why we started it, I don't know. It's probably I just seen some people do it. It just seemed neat at the time. I know a lot of people have like very detailed things of why, but as for why I actually started, I don't know, because Kimberly wasn't quite on board at the time. She was fine with being it, but she didn't want to talk.
Yeah, no.
And so she'd be there and she would smile. So we'd have that. But like I said, it's just mainly just seeing it was neat. And so we thought we'd give it a try. And then we went to creators comp. Well, that was later though.
Yeah.
So yeah, because we started our first video. We did a few videos at first, and then we had an issue with some, I wouldn't say really online stalkers, but harassers maybe. And not to do with our channel.
No.
Just I'm in law enforcement. It had to do with my professional work. And so whenever all that mess was going on, to try to limit the exposure for the kids in our family, we just stopped posting for a pretty good while. Things finally blew over or worked out with that, where that ended and it wasn't an issue anymore. So we got started back up again. And then, like I said, we went to the Okie Homestead. Then we went to Video Creators Conference class, which was really great.
It was wonderful.
And then we've had some other stuff in life. Like I said, we owned a child care center, and that took up a lot of our time. And I was working out of town, where I'd be gone from the house around 60 hours a week. And so it just cut into our time, because whenever the days I was, or when I would be home, it's just playing catch up with the farm and everything. But we have animals. We grow a lot of stuff, vegetables and things like that. We have some fruit trees and bushes. Young ones I haven't started producing yet. But big thing is just animals and kind of farming. Like I'd say more farming than anything. But that's that. We have 2 girls. Abby is 9, fixing to be 10 next month. Izzy is 6. My name's Kevin. This is Kimberly. We've been married for 14 years, be 15 in December.
Let's see. Mary said, love caverns and caves. Y'all try Mammoth Cave in Kentucky if you get a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've been through the edge of Kentucky. We went to Gatlinburg and drove up where Virginia, Kentucky, to see, was it 4 states to meet or 3 states? I don't know. There's a pin in the ground, and I think that was Kentucky that was there. I don't remember. Was that right? Was it Kentucky?
I don't remember.
I could be just making this up.
It's been a long time.
Let me get a map out and I can tell you. Yeah. Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia.
Okay.
Cumberland Gap, yeah.
Yeah, that's
or Cumberland Mountain, yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Yeah, Cumberland Gap is where we did it. Yeah. That's what I wanted. I thought it was Cumberland Gap, but I didn't want to sound ignorant and say that. So I didn't say anything, but that might have been worse than just guessing.
Lynn said she loves Inner Space Cavern. And the Natural Bridge Caverns is on her bucket list.
Yeah, like I said, we were really wanting to go. I don't know which one's bigger. I mean, you do because you've been there. So which do you remember?
No, I don't remember. I was a kid. So while you do it, the Okie. Heard so much about it. Love watching all the channels. Just curious and interested.
The Okie Homestead. It's It's very unique. We'll just start with part. They have speakers. They have before this year's a little different. They used to have like a pre-classes before that you could sign up for that were different, but now they're just doing like a 2-day ticket where they have speakers each day. They have a main stage, which is inside
Mhm.
a big building. It's air conditioned or heated, depending on the weather. It's got nice bathrooms, all that.
Yes.
They have speakers. Usually the speakers are up for like 45 minutes. Some of them are a little different, but most of the big speakers are up there 45 minutes. And then the last 15 minutes of the hour, they go to the back, do meet and greet, take pictures, things like that. If you have questions, they'll have a question and answer session a lot of times. They do some giveaways.
Mhm.
Outside in the open, they have like a kids area that has games, petting zoo, you can feed animals, stuff like that. They had like a oxen display or something
A
this last time.
demonstration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of food trucks, all kinds of different food, lots of
Mhm.
options. One thing that we really liked is each year so far, there's been something that was that had gluten-free stuff because
Yes.
Kimberly has an allergy to gluten. So lots of food trucks. And if you go on out, they have underneath I guess it's like the cattle show barns or
Mhm.
whatever. They have a couple of arenas out there. They have a second stage and they have a little demo area. The second stage also has speakers going every hour, half hour, however they flip. And so there'll be an MC at each one. They put out a schedule ahead of time showing the times that everybody is there. That's what they've done in the past. So you can kind of pick out,
Mhm.
okay, I want to see this person at this time at
Yeah.
this stage. I want to see this one. And so you can kind of plan out your day based on that. But it's constantly run out. Then they'll have like a lunch hour break where there's not really any speakers. It's kind of just mingling around, time for people to eat and stuff. But if you don't want to stand in line, you want to go get your food before that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, during that time, the lines are long. But they have so many trucks, there's lots of options. But if you have one
Yes.
specifically you want to go to, and it's like a really good truck that they're one of the best, then you're going to have a long line.
Yeah.
But it's still manageable. Like I said,
Mhm.
it's good. And then they also have lots of vendors set up underneath
Yes.
the cattle area. I don't know how many, but there's just rows and rows
Mhm.
of vendors, all kinds. Some will be selling like livestock minerals and stuff, or like chicken tractors was one.
Mhm.
There's a book guy that shows up that's Abby's favorite
Yeah.
booth. She made friends with him. He has a bookstore in
He's her book buddy.
what is that? Hang on.
I don't remember where it's.
I can tell you because we went there, not to his store, but
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
keep talking about the thing. And
They
I'll see
had
if I can find it.
a lot of handmade
Claremore.
goods.
I think he's in Claremore.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
His bookstore's in Claremore.
Yeah.
Books, they had somebody that was selling like herbal stuff. I think one
Mhm.
person had like elderberry plants.
Yes. They
Old
had
Pecan Homestead had like livestock scales there, and they had a goat that the girls fell in love with and was always over petting. Anytime the girls disappeared out there,
we
we
knew
would always
exactly where they
know
were.
where to go there because they were always petting the goat. Like I said, the big thing is like speakers. They have a lot of big time speakers coming out that have a lot of
Mhm.
good knowledge. I'll just name a few. I know I'll miss some because there's so many, but I know a new one that's coming this year is Joe Salatin. He'll be there. The Max will be there. Bar 7.
Cassie's gonna speak.
Cassie's
again.
going to speak. I'm not sure which stage she'll be at. Cross Timbers Bison will be there speaking. Grow Jack Outdoors. Gardening with Leon.
I don't remember.
There's a lot of other big ones. I know I'm
Um,
forgetting because I'm put myself on the spot. But
Brandon posted the link to the page too.
okay, yeah. Go to that page and it has a whole list. It'll tell you who the speakers are in it. I think it's got a little bio about each one of them too, and then you can buy tickets there too.
Yeah.
Which we're going to do. I don't know when yet, but it'll be before that. But we're planning on giving away a couple of tickets to
Yes.
go there. Like I said, not tonight, but I don't know if it'll be on a live or on a video or what, or we may post a video about it so people show up to the live for it. But we're gonna do that. We also have some other stuff we're gonna give away sometime
Yes.
too, some different seed packs and things like
Mhm.
that we've got. So just not quite yet.
Yeah.
But Gail, that gives you a good rundown of it. Like I said, the website has a lot more information, but if you have any specific questions about it, just ask and we'll do our best to answer. Because like I said, we've been both years so far. We've not done any of the pre-class in the past year, but like I said, that doesn't matter because this year they're not doing those.
Sherman's Family Farm. If you want to see a video of caves, go check out Random Okie Farms. They have a video of some.
Okay.
Yeah, Marie said she likes caverns.
Okay, let's get caught up.
I was a veterinarian who died 25 years ago. I love y'all's channel because I miss being around animals with him so much. So thank y'all for sharing your animals with us.
Well, thank you. We're glad that you stopped by.
Had great food. Yes, I agree.
Does that link actually show up in the YouTube?
Yes, like if you actually
okay.
Yeah, look at the feed.
Because on StreamYard it doesn't actually show that the link works, but I was thinking that it should. But if not, I was going to figure out how to fix that because I'm new to having so many people in the chat that we need moderators. So we had to figure out how to do that earlier.
Kiddos sent by the Eddies.
Well, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it.
Glad you joined us.
Yeah, I have that trouble too, Penny, with y'all. Sometimes on my cell phone, it'll usually work because I type it enough, but like trying to type it on a computer or something, it doesn't work out right. Yeah, beautiful state.
Let's see. That's about it.
Well, at least it's a short list.
It's very nice. The daughters are grown. We homeschooled from 6th through 12th grade. I agree. Raising children these days is so much different.
Yeah. Like I said, we're happy that we chose to do that. Oh goodness.
Okay, let's take Brandon.
Yep. We're glad Brandon's feeling better too.
Yeah.
He needs to get 100% in 53 days.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Old Pecan Homestead will be doing welding demonstrations. Is it just demonstrations or are people going to get to weld? And then
Penny said, my dad made us all work with them. I can hold a bobcat down for shots.
Yeah. Restoration Farms will teach about foraging. I would like to see that too, because that's interesting. Because I see all these people going out and like hunting for mushrooms and things like that, but I'm afraid I'd get the wrong one.
Yeah. But yes, the book was amazing.
He had a lot of good books. Processing class. I'm not sure.
That was the one beforehand.
Yeah, but Hand Hewn also did one during the main expo before. I don't think they're coming this year, but then there was a rabbit one too that was out.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. You might check out that link.
Yeah. If I knew how to do a screen share, we'd pull up the website and just go look at it now, but I do not yet. I'll practice for next time. Hey Susan. I'm glad you stopped by. You missed a lot. Probably so much you have to catch it on the replay. But
talked a lot about homeschooling.
Yeah, homeschooling, animals, expo, all kinds of stuff. Best thing about school was and still is the friends we made. 45 years, still a bunch of us get together every month. That's good.
That's awesome.
Okay. Jessica said she wishes it was closer so they could go.
Take a trip. Come see us.
Yeah. Let's see how far. Oops.
Let's see. Jessica's they live in Southern Arkansas.
I want people to know that.
I didn't say where.
Okay, I forgot what I was doing.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, 6 hours for them.
Wow. Yeah, that is a way.
I didn't think it was that far. Okay.
Dean, Brandon was saying hopefully he'd be 100% by then. And Dean said he's already starting to try to lose his voice before the homestead. Yeah, he had a time with that last time.
There are always great vendors at the expo. Yes,
Absolutely.
and tons of them. Oh yeah, there's also last year there was one that had different gems and rocks and stuff because the girls picked out a lot of stuff from them too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there was freeze dried candy.
Yes, that was amazing.
I just went blank. I know his channel, but I just went blank on what it is. Yep. It's a lot of fun. You can learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great.
Yep. That's what Dean was. Okay. You can weld. Cool.
Okay, good. Yeah. Like I said, I like to give it a try because, like I said, like my dad can weld, but that's just not. I think whenever I was little, we did we didn't do a lot of welding, but it was stick welding. And so I played around some, but as for actually having a welder and doing it since being an adult, no, I've not done that.
Mary, or any
other animals expecting? The only thing that it would be that would be anywhere close might be rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
But
we have one we think we're just kind of waiting.
Yeah, because the rabbits, they're meat rabbits, and so our plan is to process some rabbits to have as well. But so that's the only thing. But probably after this one, we have maybe one or two others there, but then we'll probably stop for a bit until these get raised out, and then if during the summer, whenever the markets pick up and we start going to the farmers market or something, we may take rabbit there to sell, because that's one thing in Arkansas, rabbits, you don't have to have processed USDA inspected. So oh, Brandon, there'll be lots of talking. It may not be on stage, but there'll be lots of talking going on.
Yes.
We retiring. This seems awesome. I feel like I know you all since you share so much of your families with us. I will definitely check out the website. If we go, I want to meet you all. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, we'd love to get to meet y'all in person.
We will, depending on what we're doing at the time, we'll probably be wearing a shirt, not this color, but like an Okie. Well, you can't see because it's an Okie Homesteading Expo, because we volunteer and help with that. That's one thing we enjoy too, because you get to do a lot of mingling around, and plus it keeps you busy, and there's still time to drop in and check out the things you want to see. And it's just, I don't know, it's a fun-filled day. We enjoy it. Either that or we'll have some sort of channel shirt on, but we'll have something on where we should be recognizable. But
what's the name of the place that the Okie Homestead is going to be at?
It's whatever fairgrounds, Mays County Fairgrounds. Yeah. It's, somebody answer that or not?
Yeah. Opicon. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Got a little behind again.
We're behind again, yeah. Okay, let's see.
Forward to watching your channel. Do you or have you watched Coghill Farms? Love their channel. They also homeschool.
Yes. Yeah,
we love watching Coghill.
We've seen that, and we've
met Jason
at the Video Creators Conference, and also at the Okie Homestead Expo, the first one.
Okay, yeah, we did.
'Cause remember, so
Mhm.
won the seed thing that
Yeah.
he autographed.
Yeah. Super, super nice.
Yeah, very down to earth, friendly. Just like he is on video, he's the same way in person, which everybody that we know and associate with are the exact same way.
Yes.
What you see on here is the same way they are when there's no cameras rolling, nobody else
Mhm.
around, and
Yes.
that's one thing we like. There's none of them are fake, because I
Yeah.
know that until you know somebody, you never really know. But like I
Mhm.
said, all the ones that we're friends with and know personally, they are all great people, and if they weren't, we wouldn't want to be around them. So
I don't know how none of y'all fell in any of your videos. Come on and fess up.
no, not on video, not that I can think of.
Not on video.
We've fallen plenty of times, but
In the mud? Yeah.
because believe me, if it was on video, we'd post it because people like to do that kind of stuff. So
That'd have been a short.
yeah, there was one time that a cow almost got me whenever I was helping my dad work cows, and I had to climb a fence really quick. But unfortunately, Izzy was the camera girl that day, and she was off looking at something, and she missed it all. And I was like, if only you would have got that, that would have made an awesome short. But
Mhm.
so no, we just have that memory for ourselves.
Yeah.
Mm.
Basketball bright and early.
Okay, good night, Stephanie.
Night, Stephanie.
Okay, we're only 5 minutes behind. We're catching up.
Wonder what channel here on YouTube I film. Oh. Yes, there's some really great people.
Need to get my license and a motorhome before I can go down to the States. Yeah. Yep, either you'd have to fly.
Mhm. Jessica. Yes, he would love it.
I thought he already welds.
So,
Okay. I was gonna say I thought he
yeah. But yeah, it was fun to watch everything last year, and
which Old Pecan Homestead has some stuff on their
mhm.
videos where they've
Mhm.
welded and stuff. So
Oh,
that's interesting.
that would be interesting.
The only thing I would say about that is, which you've probably already thought of, you may want some sort of insurance policy, just knowing how things can go
Mhm.
in case something happened. Either that or waiver sheets.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah.
Brandon's going to Cason's. I'm going to Addison's and rushing to Cason's.
Oh, divide and conquer.
Yeah, sometimes it has to be that way.
Yeah, she's got mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
Um,
She loves them when they're babies. When they get a little bit bigger, I don't know. She likes them, but she also is worried about being scratched.
she's also wanting to try one though.
Yeah,
She is wanting to try rabbit.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, I figure she'll be fine. She probably won't want to be there for the process, but
Mhm.
once it's over, I think she'll be fine. Now Izzy won't, because she's got a very weak stomach, and so
yeah, no,
she does not handle
Mhm.
blood or anything very well at all. Yep. And he's always laughing.
Mhm.
He's a real hoot to be around.
Yeah.
Lily's in bed.
Yeah. Jackie said lots of families are homeschooling their kids now here in Australia due to bullying issues at school.
I think it's becoming more common over here too.
Mhm.
More people homeschooling. Something, are you just catching up?
Yep, I'm just catching up.
Because we have that issue here too. It happens a lot, but like I said, it's not. That was one of the reasons that we did it, and then also just so we have more control over the education.
Mhm. About doing the ice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, luckily did not. Now, a few years ago, I did fall whenever I was working
Oh,
on the
that was
ice and
bad.
broke my tailbone.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Mhm.
I'd stepped out of my vehicle and my feet shot straight out. And I
Mhm.
mean, it was hard to sit for a while. It hurt bad.
Mm.
Yeah, it was because I know everybody that was around got a good laugh about it.
Mhm. Oh my goodness! Look at Dean's comment.
Here,
Too
a
much.
nursing home. Let's see. Flying would be great. Just need a ride and a place to stay. I'm sure if you could fly down here, we could get you to the
Yeah.
there. Let's see. Oh, kids can well too with parents' permission. Okay. Yeah, good. Working on waivers.
Good deal.
Yeah, like I said, I hate to even have to think of it that way, but just trying to think of
Mhm.
how things are. Like I said, that's liability. You got to think of everything. And that's one of the first things, like a waiver or some sort of policy or something. But I think it's great to have that opportunity, and I think they really enjoy it, and it'll be good for them. Because, like I said, a lot of kids don't get to experience that. Even if they're on the homestead, not everybody will. Just like here, we don't do any welding or anything, and so that's neat. Now,
Mhm.
probably not going to have my kids weld because there's no time. Abby would have I don't know what done, but
Oh,
I would like to see.
Josh said a great friend of mine fell on the ice this past Sunday, then passed away from doing so
Oh,
on Wednesday.
goodness.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, Ree's headed to bed. Good
Iris
night if you're
convention.
still on. Huh?
Got an they're going to Iris meeting in the morning. Fingers crossed that there's going to be Iris convention talk.
Oh, that'd
That
be
sounds
interesting.
interesting.
We're about to get caught up. We're only 4 minutes behind. 3 minutes. Good night, Cindy.
Good night.
Thanks for stopping in. Don't know anyone. Yeah, like I said, we had a few around here that were homeschooled, but not anything like now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness, yeah. I don't remember how long I hurt after breaking my tailbone, but
Oh.
it took several weeks before, and then it got where it wasn't just all the time if you moved a certain way. But yeah, it's awful.
It's 2020. Since 2020, homeschooling increased by 10%. She said there's a lot of homeschoolers now.
Oh, good night, Ed. Thanks
Good
for
night,
stopping
Ed.
in, and we'll see you on somebody's live soon or at the expo.
Yep.
Which we're not going to be on for much longer because
Yeah.
it is getting late and we've got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. It's going to be raining here, so it's going to be inside stuff, but
got some projects to take care of.
Yeah. Nobody wants to sit behind her in church because she's constantly adjusting.
Oh, yeah.
Just have to sit on the back row and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Yes.
But y'all had quite a few homeschoolers.
Not in El Dorado.
Oh, wait, no, y'all went down to...
When we lived in Texas.
Well, y'all went to... Y'all's group was...
We had one. It was in...
Russ.
No.
Russ? When Emily...
Emily's
Wasn't that Rustin?
was,
Yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking. I mean, I
Okay.
didn't.
Yeah.
You already graduated
Yeah.
by that time, so I was just talking about from what I knew.
Last few years ago, no one came to my aid, so I slowly made my way home and went to bed once I got out of the wet clothes.
Oh goodness.
Oh man.
Yeah, slipping on the ice is no fun. No. Nope, Dean, not tonight. Maybe
Yeah.
someday. But like I said, if we ever go live like at 6 or 7, we might be planning it that night, but no guarantees. Let's see.
Look at Penny's comment.
Hmm.
Penny said, "Just call me a back row Baptist."
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah. Be.
Yeah, like I said, it may not be a thing, but like I said, the waivers may be good enough, but you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good night, Leonard Mountain Homestead.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Let all y'all go to bed. We'll go to bed, and then
It's been a long week.
yeah, do a 5-hour live in a couple weeks to get the last watch hours I need. It'll be fun, I hope. It's a long live.
That is a long life.
I'd run out of stuff to talk then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're going to call it a night. We appreciate all of y'all stopping in.
Yep.
We should have something more out about Tiny Tim, Little Timmy. He's got a bunch of names the girls come up with soon. So we got a little bit of news about him. If y'all watched our last video, he's the baby goat that Rose had. So like I said, we got some news on him that we'll be putting out. But stay tuned for that. We appreciate y'all stopping in and hope y'all have a good evening and a good weekend. Bye.
Yeah. Bye, guys.